So went back home, couple of weeks recovery, yeah, feeling really good, but recovery wasn't going how I wanted it to. Every day I'd do a little bit and then I'd feel more tired, so I think I'm either not doing enough, so I'd do a bit more. And then by the second week I had what I deemed as flu. But then it started to get worse. I'd akin it to flu you'd give Superman, because I felt absolutely horrendous, couldn't get out of bed, shake shivers. So as you do, I had a look online and seen what it might be, and I did have a majority of symptoms relating to sepsis, septicemia. So my friend came round and we were supposed to have a curry that night. He sort of stayed with me and said, right, we need to get you back in. So I went back to casualty at Bournemouth, went up to the reception desk and said, look, I'm post-op spinal, I think I've got sepsis. And obviously they don't have any medical knowledge on the reception desk, really. So, however they typed me in, it was, I think, wounds, which is a low priority case. So the casualty was quite busy, so I was there for about 2 hours, and obviously with spinal surgery you don't really want to sit in uncomfortable seats for too long. Got to the 2 hour point and I was in so much pain, I was thinking I'm just going to go home, I'll sort this out another time. Luckily I didn't, and luckily my friend was there, because we basically forced our way into the triage nurse and said, look, I'm going to go home in a minute, but this is what's going on. And again, luckily the gent brought me in, took my blood pressure, temperature, and heart rate, everything was through the roof. Put me straight into the casualty that night, on 2 drips with high strength antibiotics, and then straight over to Poole, 2 weeks on drip fed antibiotics with quite a good dose of septicemia. Basically the infection had gone around the wound site and they were worried that could spread and get into the spinal cord. So I was out of hospital for another sort of week and then called back up to Southampton, had another operation to basically clear out all the wound itself, and then off the back of that operation managed to get home and start a rehabilitation phase. So that's the long story short there.
Wow, and how long did all that take? And it was Bournemouth Hospital where you originally went to casualty?
Bournemouth Hospital, initial casualty, then Poole for initial treatment, Southampton for the surgery, back to Poole for the septicemia. Well, initially casualty in the Bournemouth for diagnosis, moved from Bournemouth to Poole for the septicemia, and then back up to Southampton for the same surgeon to do the deferment, and then back home.
Right, so how many sort of weeks was that from the beginning to end of that?
From point of diagnosis to home rehabilitating, about 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay, and how did you feel about those different organisations? Because you had contact with the ambulance trust, with Bournemouth Hospital, with Poole, and with Southampton.
I would say that once I got into definitive care, the care itself was absolutely fantastic. Getting to that point where the diagnosis was highly difficult and potentially overlooked. So off the back of the issues I had, one of the big things I thought for me was I'd paid £750 for the private MRI, and I thought to myself, like that's my mother paid for that and she hasn't got much money. I thought, well, I want to get that back for her.